Yes.
That's rough.
I burned myself with the oil that I was using to make the fish.
Oh no.
So that hurted.
Yeah.
I don't like salmon like at all. It's just like the salmon-y flavor I can't stand. But I was like, okay, well, there's so much of this fish in the freezer, in both of our freezers.
Yeah.
Um,
Better
I
eat the
might as
fish.
well. Yeah, I didn't realize it was salmon. I thought it was lake trout.
Oh.
It doesn't have the salmon-y flavor, but it was salmon. So now there's still 5 salmon fillets in the fridge. It turned out great. I've never cooked fish before. I didn't look
Good
at
for
any instructions
you.
or anything either.
Good for you.
So, yeah, I can cook fish apparently, but
Hell yeah.
I don't like salmon. So I don't know what to do with it now.
I'm good with salmon. It just depends on how you cook it. Because, like, there's a way that my dad does salmon that's pretty good. But then, like, Red Lobster, the way that they do their salmon, sucks. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and it being like fresh Lake Superior fish
Oh, yeah.
is obviously going to be better than like
Hell yeah.
just farmed salmon.
Yep.
But... Oh, you can. Wow, horse. I haven't looked at like hardly any of the stuff that comes with the updates, but
Yeah.
I see you can give them age too.
Yep, it's age and gender in this update.
Interesting.
So I was at the manor, so I'm doing a race here, and then I'll go back to my home stable, and I think I'm just gonna do all the horses that are either do the ones that are currently in my barn, or like just like pick some that I want to do, because some of my horses I just do not give a shit about anymore, but I don't want to get rid of them because it's like wasted. Like, you're not going to get star coins back, so why would you get rid of anything?
I feel like you should be able to get at least 10% of the star coins back.
Yeah. Or even if it was just like a flat like 200 star coins. Like, please.
Yeah. That would be great.
Like, I don't need to get the full star coin price back.
What do I want this to be? We're gonna go stallion.
Alright, well, the first one I've got is the Hanami. So...
yeah. Interesting. Okay, that was super easy.
Gender. Yeah, it is really easy.
Wow. No, put that back. The mood went down, but I have stable care.
Yeah, mine did that same thing.
What the heck? I'm going to fight somebody.
Alright, so all I have to do is click on their stall plate in order to change that. So I'm going to put everybody back in their stalls. And then I have an empty stall because I was planning on getting both horses, but I'm not doing that anymore. So who's going to go back in there? I think it's going to be you. Alright. New.
Cold bean.
Domino.
Cold bean's a gelding.
Gelding.
Oh, and you can change it whenever you want to. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Snow Angel.
Hey, yo, I maxed Cold Bean? When did I do that? Okay.
I feel like true to life, I'm gonna have a lot of geldings.
Grim Echo. Grim Echo has a gelding vibe. I'm not gonna lie.
Lava number 1 is a mare. Age eternal. Next.
I like that that's an age.
I do too, because I did it for my Hanami, And I'll probably do it for like most of my like wilds. Lurie!
Hello.
Lurie!
Cinnamon.
Emma, help me.
Oh no.
I'm so
Lurie,
sick,
how
dude.
you oh no. Do you have a cold or
Yeah, a really bad cold just swept through my family, and I was
Oh,
doing so
no.
well. And then yesterday or the day before, it hit me like a truck, and now I'm just like,
Oh
help.
no.
And we're babysitting my uncle's dog, and she's only 8 months old, and he works from home, which means major separation anxiety.
Oh
She did
no.
nothing. She did nothing but bark all night. And I mean
Oh.
all night. She did
Oh
not stop.
baby, no.
Yeah. So today, so like I've had like 2 nights ago, I couldn't sleep because I haven't been sick in over 2 years. So my
Yeah.
body was like, bruh, help.
Bro, I
What's
hate
happening?
it.
And I'm just like, please let me sleep. And then last night I had
Oh.
a dog barking. So I'm just like sitting here like, I crave slumber, but I want horsey.
Oh
How are y'all?
man. I'm so tired. I was talking to my mom this
Mhm.
afternoon about just like she's like, you need social interaction. You need this, you need that. I'm like, no, I just need a break. All I need
Mhm.
is a break. Like I don't necessarily need like social interaction. I just need a break.
Yeah.
Cuz like I'm not somebody who gets lonely very easily. Like I don't have to have like people all the time.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, I know I get enough social interaction at work. Like I don't need it.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Thank you.
Oh, I found another set of horseshoes, you guys.
Oh.
Remember that time I was looking for horseshoes and I was like, which wait. Oh my god, seriously? You can now sell your starter horseshoes for money?
Aren't they always just free?
I thought they were $0.
Yeah.
Now it's
I thought it
telling
was like
me
25 coins.
now it's telling me they're 990 coins.
I think
Yo,
that's
what?
I think that's a mistake.
Guess what? I'm
So
gonna
we're
go
doing
cash
tonight.
in. Because
Oh
like
god, look at it.
none of the horseshoes that are in my inventory are the good kind. They're all the starter gear, and it says 990. So guess Papa's gonna go cash in her horseshoe.
Oh my god. I don't know how many I have. I usually just toss them, but I haven't been on top of that for a while.
Yeah,
Do I-
normally what I would do is I've kept them in my closet. Why? I don't know.
Mm.
But I have many, and guess what I'm doing? I'm giving her. If it's a glitch, then oh well. They'll catch me later to take my star coin, or
Well,
not my star coin. Take my coins away.
Well, if it was a glitch and you're selling them, we didn't know.
Yeah, we
Wink,
had no
wink.
idea.
Your Honor, I did not know.
Like, excuse me, but I'm gonna go make some money.
Hold on.
I'm gonna see if it works. I just put like a couple rows into my inventory.
Wait. So you said 990?
Yeah.
Mine just says 9JC. What the hell does JC mean?
You JC.
Yeah, 9JC.
I wonder if it's supposed to be Jorvik
What?
coins. Because, like, it's normally Jorvik shillings, which would be JS.
Yeah.
It's JC on mine.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna try it. Here we go. Ready?
Okay.
I can't sell them.
Oh my god.
Mine
can't-
says 100. What the heck?
I can't
Does it
sell
say
them.
JC after?
No, it just says 100.
I can't.
Mine says JC.
I can't sell it. I can't.
Aw.
I could drop them into the trash, but I don't want to
No.
do. But I don't want to. It's gotta be glitched out.
Oh, it's if we all have different prices, it's
Yeah.
totally glitched out.
Oh man, bummer.
Major. Oh, I forgot to do horse care. Oh shit. Oh well.
I still have one day
They
left.
dropped 2 new tax sets.
Yeah.
2 different gray ones. They look nice.
Mm.
I like them.
I love that they're using that new
Um,
saddle pad a bunch. The one with the
Yeah.
sheepskin.
Fuzzies.
Yeah. Fun fact, Larry, that's called a riser
I like-
pad, and it's meant to lift the
Oh.
back end of your saddle. Usually, is what. That's why I always needed one. Is because the back end of my saddle was always too low, so it was forcing me into a chair seat.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. All
I
right,
feel like
time
I
to
should
put
go
these
train
things back.
BB.
I know.
I'm going
I
around
should
on
go
all my
train.
horsies.
I did all the ones that are in my stable. I changed their
Me
I
too.
changed their gender and their age.
I didn't realize you could change their names too.
You
Yeah, they're getting rid of the people you go to apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, they're getting rid of that, but they also like you still have to pay star coins to change the name. But they lowered it for the next couple weeks, I think.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it's like
I think it should
65 star
just-
coins.
I think no, it's 35.
Oh, is
It's
it?
35. Yeah, they said it on their site that it was 35.
Okay.
Too much.
Yep. I agree. You.
Changing the genders of all my hauntsies.
I
Bestow
called the.
gender upon thee.
It's funny that you say that because I was just gonna say I titled the stream "Assigned Horse at Birth." Not that there's anyone on the stream tonight to appreciate that, but oh well.
That's okay.
Assigned
That's
horse at birth.
Like, I don't know if I'm gonna make any of my horses a senior. I'm just like, no, none of you are old because then I think you're gonna die soon. So no, none of you are a senior.
None of mine feel like seniors to me,
Yeah,
but I like how a step
Mid-
past
old
senior is
senior.
eternal. That makes
I
me
know.
happy.
I'm making all my magic horses eternal.
That's kind of what I did. But I also made my 2 lavas eternal, even though the one is not really like I didn't name it after lava or anything in the game. I called it Dark Knight. I suppose I could change that, but my Lusitano that looks more like lava, I set to eternal because it just makes sense.
Hi, friends.
My dad wants to say hi.
Oh, hi, Lurie's dad.
I say hi.
I can't hear them.
That's okay.
Oh. I say hi. We're trying to keep Billy awake.
Billy's the puppy we're
Oh,
watching. The one that
Billy.
barked all night. We're
Aw,
keeping her awake
man.
by force.
By force.
You will
By
fall
force.
asleep tonight. You have no choice.
Oh
Yep.
no.
He's gonna be like, I don't know if I'll feel like barking. Mhm.
You tire out
Why,
that
Gary?
puppy, Mr. Lurie's dad.
He left. He he came into my room and he's like, guess what? She tried falling asleep.
Oh my god, I thought it was somebody else joining the voice chat. I was like, who?
No. I was just like, Father?
Oh my god.
I was
Yeah, right.
I
'Cause he was-
a bit scared.
Well, he was so clear.
Yeah, I have a good mic, so it probably picked him up pretty well. Oh my god! I looked at the starter gear of one of my other horses of my I think
Yeah.
it's the new paint horse, and it's 150.
What is going on? What is
Scared.
happening?
Fear.
Disappointed. I wanted to sell my horseshoes.
But it won't let you?
It won't even let me. No, it won't let me sell them at all.
What does it say?
It just goes red when I put it over the like dollar. Like when you go to sell something, you know, it just goes red and it won't let me sell it.
Oh
So-
god.
Oh, that's bullshit.
You can say it. It's okay.
I know. I have to keep reminding myself that I actually can swear now on stream.
That's
God damn it.
bullshit.
I had to like stop myself for a minute because I was like it was one of those things where I'm like, wait, I can say it. I can. I
You
really truly
can.
can. I'm free.
You are free.
I'm free.
Like,
Yeehans.
Star Stable, please. Oh, and the mood is messed up. Oh my god, my mood is
Yeah,
messed
my
up.
mood was messed up too.
Damn.
I
This whole
wonder
system-
if I was gonna say I wonder if oh my god. No, go. Oh my god. I'm on Sunset Island doing druid training and it's the Draconium shipment and I've run into like the Draconium like 3 or 4 times, but also a bunch of it's in the water and it says that you're swimming. But it won't let me get things and I think I'm going to fail.
Oh yeah, I know that pain.
I might not, though. I only have 8 left and 40 seconds to go, so I think I'm gonna be okay. But it's just really annoying.
You know what, Star Stable? You can suck my peen. Okay?
God damn it!
Courtney,
I
get
am not having
violent
a
this
good
night.
time.
Oh no! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! 8 seconds left. Oh, I did it!
You're dead. You're dead. Oh,
I did
you're
it.
not dead.
I did it! I'm not dead. I did
You're
it.
not dead.
I did
At
it.
least
I'm
Star Stable
alive.
is Still glitched out, and it makes me spaghetti upsetty.
Kylie. Oh, she's muted even, or she can't hear us.
Uh-oh, her AirPods.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, now she's just muted. I'm not doing the save the corrupted horse. It's not worth it.
Is it?
Oh, and Amber's here too.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, friends.
Hello. Hello. Brett. Oh, Kylie's
goodbye,
gone.
friends.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
friends.
Kylie.
I was gonna say that the Rabicano on those models turned out way better than I thought it was going to, because I thought it was gonna be like the Houndstooth Rabicano.
Oh, no,
What are you
Ellen.
about?
Ellen did those. They're stunning
thank
in
goodness.
person.
Thank you, Ellen.
She went
I love you.
she went over it with like a thinned out white so that she could
Yeah.
actually get the layering kind of a look. And we told her too, we're like, look, whatever you need to do to make this easier on yourself. You could sticker it if you want to. You can, freehand it if you need to, like we were trying to get her not to etch it because like then that would be way more money, right? And like we want to keep these lower. So we're like, whatever you need to do other than the technique that Cheryl does or etching.
Yeah.
And she just did it all with the airbrush.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Star Stable, you suck.
I like how everyone's mad at the game tonight.
It's really glitching out tonight, and it must be because of the new update.
Oh yeah.
I was
I mean,
stuck inside of a fence.
That's just kind of how games work, though. Is like when you fix and or add one thing, a million other things break. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, understandable.
Ooh, Kylie's back.
Yeah, my headphones for some reason were not working, but I just had to reconnect.
Oh no.
No.
Yoink.
It's good now.
Yeah, literally, like. Sorry, what?
Courtney.
What?
You
Oh,
either
she
cut
started
out
to
or
say
you just
something.
paused.
Interrupted. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I all the comments on Facebook trying to guess what model the Rabicanos are. Most people got the small one. Cause I
That's the Wormwood Pebble.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like that's pretty obvious.
Right.
But like if you look at the real horse, there's
Mhm.
no way that it's like somebody said the Irish draft. Like there's no way.
I was like, that horse looks really young and skinny. Why would you put it on a draft?
You're gonna love this. So her name is Kelly. Like
Yes.
Kelly Clarkson. They named
Oh
her
my God.
okay, so this the guest horse that we're having for our country fair event this year. She's great. She's actually she's from Michigan. The guys that own her, it's a gay couple, and they do the UPHA circuit as well. So she actually goes up to the U quite a bit. But she's a 2 or 3 year old quarter horse, and she stands at about 16.2. And that's at 3 years old.
That's huge.
I
That
mean,
is
look at.
massive.
Did you see
Holy
the
cow.
pictures that Amy posted of her? Her legs are long. She has legs for days.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's got crazy legs. I'm gonna see just for reference for everybody in here in the group chat at least that doesn't know who we're talking about. I'll find pictures of Kelly because Amy just posted them. But yeah, they call her Kelly Clarkson.
Aww.
But she's so pretty. Like I like this
Yes,
my
that
dream
that is
horse.
a really nice Rabicano.
Aw, she's party.
Yeah. But look at her legs. She's got
on her leg.
she's got such long legs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, normally with Rabicanos too, like normally all 4 legs will be like really high whites, and like 2 of her legs she doesn't have any markings on from the looks of it. Like she's got that really really high front stocking, and then the other one is like bare. But she's so pretty. I'm really excited to meet her because she's gonna like as a part of the guest horse contract they come to the event. So when we're setting up for
Fun.
everything, yeah, when we're setting up for everything, I think they're gonna be out doing a meet and greet, which will be fun. And they're really excited. The guys that own her are really really excited.
Aw.
Yeah, because then they get a copy of the model too, which is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get a little mini version of her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
have
that's
to
why
extend the
I was talking
leg.
to Kenzie earlier,
What'd
I
you
was
say,
like-
Corden?
I was talking to Kenzie earlier about it
Yeah.
because I don't know. I was just like, this stuff is happening soon. Blah 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 blah. And I was telling her I'm kind of concerned. I was kind of concerned about how the Rabicano was going to turn out.
Oh.
And it does look really good. It looks way better than I expected it to.
Well, honestly,
I
like
do
the
really like.
like anytime we ask the paint room for something like that, we get a little concerned as well, you know,
Mhm.
because it is really difficult to
There's
do.
so much Rabicano on her.
Yes.
Like the herring details are insane on her.
Yeah. And like you're never going to get that on like a model unless you actually hand haired it, which is not something that like we can afford
Right.
to do, you know. But
So I was just expecting the like really streaky, similar to how Houndstooth was done a
and
few years
I don't
ago.
know who painted Houndstooth, I'll be honest. I could probably go and look. Like I could go back into the archives and look. Why do I think it
I'm not
was
saying it was done bad because I do really like that still.
yeah.
That pattern is nice.
Why
but
do I think it was Missy?
I can't remember for the life of me.
It definitely wasn't Audrey.
But
It was definitely I definitely don't think that was Audrey. Cuz I feel like Audrey would have done it differently because it was very like straight edged.
it's
Maybe?
just like the level I was expecting though, because it's a run of 30, so I wasn't like
Right.
it to be like it was a best offer type hair by hair dealio there.
Right. You're right though. It was by Audrey. Oh. But yeah, he was a run of 15. And that was
Well, there was 15 custom and 15 non-custom.
oh, yeah. And then 15 of each mini-me. See,
Which the mini-me looks great.
yeah. And see the custom and non-custom split, we stopped doing that. It doesn't make any sense to do, really.
No, because everybody wants the custom one.
Right. So it's like just make the whole run either custom or non-custom.
Make more money by making them all custom ones anyway.
Yeah. I'm excited to share the rest of the sneak peeks though, because I tried to take portions of the horses that people wouldn't like recognize immediately, or that might throw people off. The reveal for Kelly though, like because Amy had just posted the pictures, I'm like, I'm not gonna make this like, you know, stupid and difficult because they're gonna know it's her. Like,
Right. So it makes sense to do the actual event model first.
yeah. Yep. But
I don't know, I was just like, maybe this is the Arab mare that Emma was talking about before.
nope.
Because leggy.
Not even close.
and
Not even close. You're gonna love it though. You're gonna
You
love
know.
it. Because I do. Because I know. The fun part, like the really fun part, at least what I think is fun about the way that we did Country Fair this year, and you'll see this as we go along, because this isn't really like
Put it on a thoroughbred, you crazy cat.
this isn't really like a spoiler or anything, or like anything that I can't say, but the way that we did the models for Country Fair this year, because our theme is the Roaring 20s and our color scheme is black and gold, that every model, like every run that we're doing, is some variation of black or gold or both.
Damn it.
Does that make you mad?
Problem.
Does that make you angry?
Not angry. It's maybe sad that I don't have enough money to get probably as many horses as I want to.
Like, I'm really, really picky, but there are probably 3 that I would be like tempted by, extremely tempted by. 3 out of 7. So that's
Holy crap,
roughly
7?
half.
Dang.
Yeah. And then some have
Well, I
mini
mean,
me's and some don't.
Damn it.
But I can't say which ones. Whenever they get posted, and what I'm gonna do is one a week until May. Well, it works out to be one a week until the week before Mayfest.
Solid.
Yeah. So just like Moonlight Madness, that's how they're gonna drop. Is I'll drop the sneak peek one day, and then a couple days later it'll be the full reveal. So I'm hoping that the stuff that I came up with, that people are gonna really enjoy, because it's very fun to actually see them come out again and like, oh, that weird design choice that I made, not 100% thinking that it was gonna work. Haha, it worked. There was one, and you'll know what it is when it comes out, that when I proposed doing it, everybody was like, I don't know, Emma, that's really weird. Do you really think we can pull that off? And I said yes. And then they did it. And it looks great.
Oh, the Fort Pinta champ.
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a race.
I just started the potato race. Yoink.
I'm crashing into every single thing in this game.
My horsey is so slow, but that's okay.
It's
She
one
can
of those
take her
days.
time.
Yeah, take your time, pony. It's okay.
What's that SpongeBob like line? Just like, take your time, Rocky.
Yeah.
And it
I
ends
ran
up
too
winning.
Oh yeah, okay, so guys, so today, as we were leaving work, because it's been really, really rainy here, I took like 2 steps out of the front door, and I stopped, and I screamed because there was a giant worm. He was big, he was like a foot long. He was...
Why did you scream?
Because I was excited, because I was like, oh, a
Okay,
worm!
good.
It was a good scream.
Good scream, good.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of worm. But I was like, oh my god, a worm! And then I was afraid because like he was really close to everyone's car. So I was like, oh, I don't want him to get run over. I'm gonna take him. So I picked him up because my coworkers that were leaving with me, it was just Amy and Jody, and they were like, oh, you better take care of that worm. I'm like, I will move the worm. So I picked up the worm, and I moved the worm way out into the grass. And I'm hoping for good vibes. I'm hoping that he does good things. But I proceeded to tell my boyfriend this, and somehow he like took it, and I was like, oh, worms are friend shaped. You know, worms are friend shaped. It's a good worm.
Yeah.
Like the worm is not gonna hurt you. You know, the worm is friend shaped. And he's like, yeah, they're like squishable, and like they're squishy and nice and friend shaped. And I was like, yeah, like you. And he's like, oh, I suppose that I am a worm. And I was like, no. I'm like, you share characteristics with worm, but you are not worm. And he goes, no. He goes, I have 3 hearts and I eat dirt. Am worm. I'm like,
I am
and
worm.
this went on for half an hour. and then
Beautiful.
after that he was like, I'm so sorry I'm like this. Like, why are you sorry?
You guys
I
were
dissected a
bonded.
worm in high school.
Yeah.
It wasn't very exciting. They don't have a lot in them.
No. You want to know,
I-
or say the most exciting thing that I dissected in high school was a pregnant shark.
Oh.
I dissected a shark, but it wasn't pregnant. One of the other kids in my class had a pregnant one. though.
Yeah, we didn't know it was pregnant until we opened it up.
My
We'll
sister's
discuss
class
about my high
cats,
school,
because
maybe.
that was when that was like, you know, acceptable back then to do
Oh, it's
domesticated animals.
it's still acceptable because my high school still does it.
Oh, my high school never did it, but I'm like literally, my school got built when I was in like freshman year, so
Ah.
it's all
Right.
part of like the new and up and coming young people. So
Yeah, the
My high school does cats.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my sister did that. Cats.
yeah, I had to do that. That was not fun.
No,
I would
I
literally like
That's that's
cry.
mildly concerning, but you know.
yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
take advanced bio because that was the thing they did in advanced bio. The only
Yeah.
reason I had access to the shark was because I, for some reason, was put on my high school's bioathlon team,
Oh.
and
Interesting.
we were told, hey, you're gonna have to dissect something, but we don't know what it is, so let's practice on a shark.
Mm.
And I can't remember what we actually did end up dissecting, but it was not a shark.
I did
So.
marine biology in high school, and it was shark, worm, and then just some like standard fish.
I love how marine biology includes worm. It makes sense. Like, when you think about it, it does make sense. But, like, when you think of marine biology, you don't think of worm.
Worm.
It was like a special kind of worm too.
Yeah, was it an
Ooh,
Alaskan
think it was-
bullworm?
No, but I have a feeling that joke got made a lot.
Oh, I bet it did.
I remember doing like a cow heart, a lamb eye, and a kitten, and
Oh, yes.
what else? A worm.
Lamb eye for sure. Lamb eye
Right.
was like 5th grade for me.
I remember the fish's eye or the shark's eye. I can't remember which
Yeah.
one. It was hard, and so we all pulled it out and we were all playing like basketball with it, like throwing it into a cup.
Then the other one that we did, and I can't remember if it was 4th or 5th grade, was we did pig lungs.
Mm.
And we actually had to do a like, part of the experiment was actually like taking a marble and like having to like move it through the trachea, and
Mhm.
then like putting a tube into the trachea and like seeing the lungs expand and contract.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah,
You
but
see,
the-
Pig hearts on Valentine's Day.
that's great. I love that.
That's amazing.
The
I was
shark
gonna say,
one, the shark one was kind of like, I cannot remember exactly like why it was. We stayed after school for it, and it was supposed to be me and like 3 or 4 other people. And for some reason, my friend and my boyfriend were also staying after school. And I think maybe they just did it because I was staying. But the bio teacher liked them so much too that she was like, "Oh, you guys can come in too, and you guys can like handle the dead shark." And
oh
so
my god.
when we found out it was pregnant, like all the like the shark pups were all like probably 3-4 inches long. And so I remember them just putting on gloves and just holding and petting the shark pups. I'm like, why are you guys here? And they're just like, well, you said sharks, so like as
my
long as
God.
we get to hang out and pet the baby sharks. I'm like, you guys know the sharks are dead, right? And they're like, doesn't matter.
You still get to say you pet a shark.
Yeah,
You pet the baby.
it's just a
My
little
worst
baby.
experience though was the cow heart because somebody had improperly stored them away. So like after a
No.
week,
Oh
the
no.
whole science hallway just smelled so bad.
Oh, I bet.
Especially in the anatomy
No.
room.
Oh,
Allison.
yuck.
It was the worst.
You see, I would have loved to dissect a frog, right? In middle school, we were going to dissect a frog, and
Yeah.
you get a partner, right?
Yeah.
Well, my partner, instead of dissecting the frog and doing the worksheet, she just started tearing it apart.
Oh,
and I had
no.
to sit there. I had to sit there and be like, why though? Why are we? I mean, like, hell yeah for being unhinged, but why? I'm like, what about the worksheet?
Oh no.
But the thing is, like, she was laughing as she was doing
Oh,
it. And I just
no.
had this
Oh,
sit
no.
there. I
Oh,
just
no.
had to sit there, and then it was reflected on my grade because
Oh,
we were partners
no.
on the worksheet. And I'm like, this isn't fair. I wasn't the one tearing it apart.
Oh
I'm
no.
ripping off its leg, man. I don't help.
Oh, Rip Lurie.
Yeah, so that was we got to dissect a worm in the beginning of that class, but then we got to do it by ourselves because
Yeah.
tiny worm.
Worms
you
are
don't need a lot
plentiful.
of people. They're plentiful, but like the frogs. Yeah, I was like 8th grade, I think, and I'm just like, help. I'm like looking around. People
Like,
are like
I-
staring at us.
I
and I'm
just
like,
want to
have
do
nothing
my
to with
homework.
this. I'm like, can I have a redo? Please.
Oh,
But yeah, that was
man.
my one experience. My sister, though, got to dissect cat because she was in advanced biology.
Yeah.
But a lot of people opted out of dissecting cats for like, good reason and
Yeah.
whatever. But in the same class, a guy came in later on and he dissected a baby calf in front of them all, and
Oh my.
a lot of people ended up going to the nurse.
Oh god.
They were just like, can't do it. This smells awful.
There is something about large animals like that when you start doing that kind of thing, and I do know that from experience because both in 4-H and Pony Club, I was given the opportunity several times to not necessarily take part in a dissection, but either
Mhm.
observe or okay, so 4-H, there were a couple lectures that I went to. There was like a big vet science clinic that I went to that I do want to say it was a cow that they had like a partially dissected cow that they were like working on. But the Pony Club one was super interesting. Bye, Kylie.
Hi, Kelly.
In Pony Club, whenever they would have an annual meeting, which was like once a year, all of us would gather, like from across the US would gather in like a certain town, and there'd be seminars and everything. And the big draw for a lot of people was the anatomy room. And so everything was hosted at a hotel, right? So just imagine that you're in this hotel and you're walking down the hall, and the smell of formaldehyde
Oh god.
just hits you.
As it does.
Because they would ask really prominent vets, who I just noticed we lost like most of our stream viewers. It's what, I get it. I get it.
We're having a great conversation, actually. So
So they would ask a lot of prominent vets who a lot of times were teaching as vets or teaching anatomy to bring specimens, because one of the major parts of annual meeting was to learn. And I don't know if this is something they still do. I would hope that it is. I haven't been in so long. I haven't been in Pony Club in, oh my god, like 5-6 years. But they would have like some of the coolest things that I've seen, where they had a horse's hoof cut in half so you can see all the blood vessels and the capillaries in the hoof. That was really cool. They had an actual horse head cut in half.
oof. Ooh. Owie.
It was very, very weird. Like seeing a cross section of any animal head is bizarre, but like seeing that and knowing like they'd put a bit in the mouth, and show you like, oh, this is where it presses down on like this muscle or this tongue, or like this part of the tongue, or putting a noseband over it and be like, look, these are the things that it presses down on, and this is why you shouldn't do this, and this, that kind of thing. So that was like really, really cool to see that kind of stuff. They had a horse fetus, which was neat. They had a donkey fetus. They had a lot of fetuses. They also had the full length of a horse's large intestine in a big Rubbermaid tub.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's
So like
just
we were all
endless.
and I was probably like 10 or 11, and the one
Yeah.
vet tech was like, "Hey, you want to hold it? Like here's
Oh my
some
God.
gloves." And so like
Oh no.
just holding a section of horse intestine. It's pretty interesting. Like it's long, man. Like they're long.
I mean, ours are like 8 feet long. Too.
Right. Yeah. Then another thing that was like really gross actually is they did have some like horse parasites that were preserved.
Oh.
And one of the gross ones, like the grossest that like this to me was even worse than like seeing the actual like organs and stuff like of a horse, was they had a stomach, right? They had a whole horse stomach that had been infested by bots. So bot flies. So bot flies will lay their eggs on a horse's like cannon bone area, like their lower leg. And then when the horse goes to scratch with their mouth, the bots will go in through the mouth and end up in the stomach. And so the whole entire stomach lining was wall to wall bots. And they were like probably half an inch and like tubular. Very, very bizarre. I honestly do think that somewhere I have photos of all that stuff, because I definitely remember like showing that to people and being like, look what I did on my winter break.
Isn't this cool? And they all go,
Yeah, they were like, oh no.
I
but
have a
it-
somewhat similar
Yeah,
experience too.
But like that shit is so cool.
yeah.
Please share, Larry.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I mentioned it here, but in high school, we had like trimesters or whatever. So I had 3 trimesters, and senior year you can take a class called Outdoor Adventures, and I took it all 3 trimesters, and best decision ever. But in the fall, a lot of it is like it's about like learning about like nature, because my high school is 1 block away from a nature park that we had free
cool.
reign to.
That's really cool.
And like the local like little horse barn place, boarding thing is also within there as well. So we got to see horsey sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyways, the main thing about fall was learning gun safety and hunting, and like the purpose of hunting, and not necessarily it being like this is all about hunting, because we learned a lot about like biosystems and all that stuff. So like hunting was part of, hey,
oh sure,
hunting is about also like people trying to keep down populations and so forth. And kids had we had the opportunity to get our gun licenses. I did not. I was too weak to even hold a gun. So I was just like, no, thank you. Yeah, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
But one of them, like the DNR would donate deer carcasses that got hit by cars
Oh no.
to the class.
Oh no.
And they were dragged out into the like little nature park, and we had a whole lesson about how to like cut open a deer. And like if you're hunting, like this is how you cut them open. And everyone's just like, Lurie, you're the class weird person because you're into vulture culture. And I'm like, because as like I'm like taking so many pictures of like these deer being cut open, and like they would even cut open the gut to show all of the grass in there and everything. It smelled awful, but I was having a heyday because I'm like, this is so cool. I'm like, this is so cool, guys. And a lot of people are like, ew, ew, ew. And they're like, why are you taking pictures? And then I would ask my teacher, I'm like, what's gonna happen to these carcasses? And he's like, He's like, either we bury them, let them decompose, or we give them back to the DNR so they can feed them to like the local wolf
Yeah.
wolf shelters.
Yeah.
That's where most of our deer carcasses go to. They go to either zoos or they go to the wolf shelters. to
And that
feed
makes
the wolves.
sense.
Yeah, because it's like, what
Yeah.
else? What else are you gonna do? Feed them,
Right.
feed them to animals, bro. But I'm just like, I was like, but what if I had a skull of one of them? And he's like, you really want a skull, don't you? And I'm like, yeah, I
Oh.
want a skull. But he's like, unfortunately, we have to give these ones back. And I'm like, okay, fine.
Aw.
But then don't worry, I had my redemption.
I was gonna say, did baby
Um,
Lurie ever get her skull?
I got something a little more messed up and better.
All right.
Part in the spring, so many months later, we were all doing highway cleanup, going through the nature park near the highway and everything, and picking up garbage in a big kind of swoop where you all go in a group and pick
Yeah.
up as you walk. And then everyone's just like, Laurie! I'm like, what?
Oh no.
And I turned, they're like,
No.
and it was a completely 100% decomposed deer carcass, pure bone,
Wow.
right next to the highway. Just not even like a foot away from the road was a pure composed deer carcass. Somehow it was
Wow.
missed. And I never booked it so fast. in
That's
my
like
life.
crazy lucky too. Like I've never
Mhm.
seen that. Like especially on a road. You know,
Oh, yeah.
that's really rare.
It's really fun finding animal skeletons right next to
Mhm.
roads when
Mhm.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
pure bone.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun. Unfortunately, what I'm upset that I didn't get, that I could have taken but I didn't, the whole skeleton was there,
Mhm.
and my teacher's just like, well, he's like, I want to, because he had animal skulls also in the classroom for like education purposes and whatnot.
Right.
So
Right.
I had to choose between
Oh.
two parts of the deer. I mean, like, I could have taken the skull, but I'm just like, I didn't take the skull because he was like, there's this hip bone, and here's the complete spine. And I'm like, hand over the
Oh.
spine. So I
Nice.
I have a complete deer spine, with dried muscle on it.
That's crazy.
It's not 100% cleaned. It's not, I wouldn't say it's unsanitary though,
Mhm.
but like, because a lot of people, when you clean the bugs, or whenever you like, people can
Yeah.
either put bug or they put it in their oven to cook everything off,
Right.
basically.
Right.
Like, I didn't do any of that. It's just pure, like, the way I found it, and it's so funny. I brought it home. My mother is mortified. She's like, you are going to throw that away. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm going to put it under my bed. She's like, you're throwing that away by next week, and I'll know if you didn't throw it away because I'm going to be able to smell it. It is here almost 10 years later. It's still under my bed.
Oh my god.
And
I love it.
whenever I move out, I am definitely finding a way just to mount a random ass spine on my wall.
Like okay, that really reminds me of something that like Maggie Bennett would do. Hey Courtney.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a hobbyist, and she's a
You can
She's
just
a-
buy like little mini horse skulls from her. You should
Yes.
do that, Lurie.
so Maggie Maggie is a wonderful sculptor. She's the one that sculpted for everybody watching stream right now. Little Torora here, mini Torora here that I have lava on. And she is a collector of, actually I don't even think it's just skulls. I do think that she has more, but what she has on display in her studio is a huge shelf of skulls.
That's awesome.
And they're all from different horses too. Like she tries to find different breeds and different ages.
Mhm.
And so like I know one she's got like an older draft horse, one she's got like a young quarter horse, one's a zebra, like that kind of thing. And she 3D scanned all of them. Yeah, and Courtney just put the link in our group
Buy
chat.
them.
But she 3D scanned all of them, and you can buy them in 1/9 scale. So they'd be like traditional Breyer scale. Does she make them in any other sizes? I think they're 1/9. I don't think she makes a 1/6 one or anything, but
Ooh, Ooh, she's got a Shire Stallion one coming soon, and a whole
Oh.
skeleton. Holy buckets.
Wait, a whole skeleton of what?
Shire Stallion and a Falabella.
Oh, so full skeleton of both those?
Yeah.
That's insane. I hope that she does cast of those because I really want a full
She
horse
is.
skeleton. Like we have one at the stone office. It's not actually like 3D printed or anything. We're not even really sure what it's made of. It's like a flocky material.
Okay.
But it is 1/9 scale or pretty close. And initially I think they had been bought for the customizers, but whoever was back there and customizing at the time didn't want it. And it's been sitting around Amy's office ever since. And we got a new customizer in there who's about our age. And I ran back and asked her, I was like, hey, I have this, I showed it to her. And she's a hobbyist too, and she's done resculpting. And I was like, hey, I have this, and I don't know if it would help you or not. Do you want it? And just the way her face lit up, she was like, oh my god,
Aww.
this is like the best thing. Like, yeah, please, like I'll take it. So like any of the customizers back there obviously can use it, but they had said they didn't want it. So I'm like, hey, I'll just leave it with you, and if anybody needs to borrow it, then more power to them. But she was so excited. But I'd love to have more of that. Like I talked to Amy the other day about like how cool would it be if we could actually get like in one of our molds, because sometimes we put various parts like wings or horns or all that in other smaller molds so that we have those. And it's like we're starting to make horse like skeletal or like creepy horses. I said, why couldn't we ask Maggie to make us a horse skull, or at least like maybe in 2 halves that we could include in one of our molds? That way they wouldn't have to keep carving them. Like you could just cut the head off of a body and put the skull on, or cut the bottom half or the top half off of a head, and then like heat up the skull part and mold that on. Like, why couldn't we do that? She's like, man, that would be sick. Like, to say that would ever happen, but like the thought of it's cool. Like an actual mass-produced plastic horse skull that we could use for our customizing.
Yeah. Not a bad idea. I
want to do that with bat wings too, because like that seems to be getting more and more popular, and the way
absolutely.
And like I think they're amazing. Our customizers actually, like every bat wing, anything we do is made from scratch, and I think that's insane. Like Amy teased a few weeks back of a dragon that Matt was working on. And I'd have to go back and find, like, I'll definitely find the photo, because I know that would be right up your alley, Lurie.
Yeah.
But Matt actually carved these really, really beautiful bat wings that you can see, like, the bone and the muscle, and they have the individual little claws and everything on them.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. And then he did, like, a segmented tail that curls around. Just awesome. Just awesome.
It sounds really good.
Yeah. So I'm super excited to see what that thing's gonna look like.
Because like I was gonna say, like when you're like she has horse skulls or something like that, I'm like dude, those are pricey as hell.
People just gave them to her. Like people just contact Maggie usually, and they're like my horse is dying or whatever. Like, do you we know you do that kind of thing. Do you want the bones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I will say, and this could either sound like this could sound bad. A friend of mine who lost her horse a few years ago buried her in a very specific spot so that she could go back and dig her up when she was completely decomposed. Right.
Yeah.
And she did that, and she now has like her own horse's skull. Like in her
Mhm.
possession. And I think that's really cool, but like I don't know if I would have the stomach to do it with my horses.
It takes, if you already don't, collect skulls and
Yeah.
everything, it's already a really weird thought to have. Like, I don't think I could do that. Because I already had the plan of, like, I have my Gecko Rolo, and he's in a bioactive tank where, like, bugs are in there, and they it's like a mini ecosystem,
Yeah.
biosystem in there.
Yeah.
And I'm
Right.
like, and I'm just like, I know when he dies, and, and I find him, there will already be bugs eating him.
Right.
So it's kind of like, I've already come to the fact that, like, I won't see my baby boy whole when the day I find him dead. So I'm like,
Right.
might as well just let the
Right.
bugs eat him, and when he's fully decomposed, I can just take his little skeleton. And yeah. So
Right.
it's kind of like if you're not into vulture culture, and it's already a taboo thing to begin with, to collect animal skulls, people who don't.
Yeah. Some
Yeah,
people
it's
think
already
it's really like and the thing is, like, I do think it would be cool, but I don't know if I could, like, okay. The reason why I don't think I could, and this is the part that's going to sound really, really funky, is because where I board, the only place we really have to bury any animals is the arena. Like, is where we ride. So there are a lot of animals buried in that arena. I don't know if I would actually find my horse, or if it would be someone else's.
Wow.
That's the issue right there.
Well, there's Carmen's pit.
Yeah.
But also too, like, I'm like, the reason I'm okay with the fact that I would be okay with, like, owning Rolos, not his whole skeleton, because articulating skeletons, no thank you. I'll just take his little skull head and I'm good. But it's because I know he will be eaten when I find him.
Right. Right.
So, but if you're like, here's the skeleton of your dog, I'll be like, no thanks.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like, that's where I'm like, it's Rolo's because he's going to be eaten anyways, but I would much rather have a dog or a cat or even a horse. Horses you can't so much cremate, but, like, I would rather have, like, a dog cremated or a cat cremated.
I know several people who have had their horses cremated. But
how much does that cost?
They didn't say, but I feel like it was very expensive.
Very expensive, but, it's important and worth it. You get your horse back. You get your pet back.
We had our dogs cremated, but the thing that we did with our horses, at least my horse, and I've been meaning to get my mom to do this, is you always take a really big chunk of their tail. Always. Like, that's just a thing, and do with it what you will. I had Jenna's turned into a bracelet. Actually, it wasn't me personally that did it. The vets actually did it for me.
Yeah.
Which was very sweet. But my mom took a big chunk of her mare's tail, and we never actually had it made into anything. So we still have it. Sorry. We still have it, but it never got made into anything. It's just hanging around. It's in a sealed container out in our trailer. And it's like, I'd love to do something with it, but I don't know who to. I could probably find somebody to send it to. But I know sometimes that gets kind of pricey. Yeah. But I have Jenna's tail hair in a bracelet, and I have Alex's tail hair in a bracelet. Alex's, I think my mom just got me for my graduation because. But it's not made as nicely as the one whoever did Jenna's. But I still have a bunch of her hair too.
That's really cute. Yeah, when my dog Skittles passed, we had the vet come out to our house
Mm-hmm.
and everything. So he was home when everything happened, but they shaved off a bit of his fur and they did the little paw imprint. So it's like everyone, typically people keep some part of their pet.
Yeah.
Once they pass. But yeah, I could never keep a skull of my pet though. I'd be like, yeah. No, thank you. But what I have been planning on when my sister's 3D printer is back up and running, I want to 3D print, and I already found a really good one. I want to 3D print a pug skull.
Oh yeah.
Just because they look like aliens.
Yeah.
And when you show people who don't know any better, like they're like, "What do you think this is?" They're like, "Oh my god, that looks like an alien." I'm like, "This is a pug," and they're like, "What?" I'm like. You're like, yeah, doesn't it look like it shouldn't be alive?
Yeah, isn't it jacked up?
Isn't that real messed up? And I'll just post in the chat for people who don't know.
Yeah.
I've always, because I want to own one, but it doesn't feel morally right to own a real pug skull.
Right.
So I found a really good 3D print, but, these things.
Yeah! Yeah, they just look wrong. I mean, because in reality, they really are, but, you know.
They can't breathe!
Man, I bet that's what those, really dished-faced Arabs look like.
I bet you could find an Arab dish skull.
I bet you could.
Abby,
Hmm?
you want a piece of the chantilly cake?
What would these look like? I looked up dished Arab skull, but it's only all these real messed up poor Arabs. And
yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Tonight seems to be the night of dads popping in on live feed. I don't know if that was Amber's dad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That sounded like a dad.
Was it your dad?
No, my grandfather came in to ask me a question.
Oh.
I didn't even daddier dad.
Yeah.
The daddiest of dads. The dad above dad.
Right.
Well, were you here earlier, Amber, when Lurie's dad popped in?
I don't think so.
No, I wasn't.
Because it's like all of a sudden, we just heard, a very, very clear male voice in the group chat, and we were just like, oh my god, did somebody, pop in? Like, who is that? And Larry's like, oh, it's just my dad. And so to hear somebody else's, not dad, but a dad of a dad pop in.
The daddier dad.
Yeah, and even daddier dad than a dad.
He didn't even open the door. All he wanted to ask me was if I wanted cake or not.
Oh,
right.
I wish I had somebody pop in and ask me if I want cake.
Aww.
I don't
Maybe
got
you should
that.
move
right now.
back home, Emma.
Who
Maybe
knows?
It's time.
Who knows? That might happen.
Uh-oh.
We don't know.
But yeah, tonight's the night of dads and talking about dead things.
The thing was, I couldn't even hear him at first because I had my noise canceling headphones on, so I was just woo until I finally heard my name being called.
Courtney.
Yeah.
Courtney, are you?
I did not even hear him come.
Courtney, are you fucking kidding me? Courtney,
Huh?
I just got a text from Courtney that just says, "Do you want cake?" Courtney, that doesn't help.
I think it is helping, Courtney. You're helping. Don't listen to her.
But I can't. But I can't get the cake, Courtney. You're 8 hours away from me.
Drive. Better start now.
So drive.
You know, Courtney, if we both went 4 and 4, we could meet somewhere in the middle. What are you doing? Oh my god. Is that Jack Black?
Oh my god, just out of context. Is that Jack Black?
Is that Jack Black? Oh man. Okay, did anybody watch the SNL skit that I dropped in the meme chat earlier?
No, I know that one. I know that one very well.
Oh, please. the very
Just
end.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
all over
but the
shit.
very end of it, where the guy from Coldplay comes in and goes, "Do you want me to take over?" And Emma
I
Stone's
forgot
like,
about that bit.
"Yeah."
Yeah.
And then it's just the guy from Coldplay kissing Andrew Garfield.
Yes. I still love that Andrew Garfield kissed Ryan Reynolds during that
Yes.
one award show.
You
Even
know
though
what?
he didn't win.
Yeah, you know what absolutely pains me about that SNL sketch though, like when you know how open Andrew is about that kind of thing, is
Yeah.
I bet that somebody behind the scenes, and it may have been his agent, that was like, "Bruh, you can't be too into this. You need to pretend like you're not into it." Because you know if he wasn't if he wasn't given that explicit instruction, I think he would have been very into it.
Oh yeah.
Especially
yeah.
knowing that like he came out in an interview and said like, why can't MJ be a guy? And
Yeah.
the studio made like forced him to walk it back. And that is so I hate that so much. But
yeah.
have you guys seen the behind the scenes or like the gag reel of No Way Home yet?
Not yet. No.
Okay, there's a and I think I tagged you in it on Facebook, Lurie. The meme that the shit post that somebody made out of it, where it's Tom like furiously whipping the suit off, and then it plays Careless Whisper as it cuts to like Andrew sensually hugging Toby.
Yes.
So that little clip where Toby's actually like laughing, like where Andrew's getting really into it and Toby's laughing, was one of the outtakes of that back cracking scene from No Way Home.
Hell yeah.
And
I think I've seen that bit.
I'm just like, I knew it. There's no way that they did that with straight faces.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. And you know, it's like people are like, because now Andrew is finally getting the love and recognition he deserves.
Yeah.
Being a great Spider-Man. He just had to deal with poor writing.
Yep.
Because he puts his heart into every role that he does. So it's like he's a very good Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And people really want him to do Amazing Spider-Man 3. And you know, it makes me think back to, well, he's like, why can't MJ be a guy? I'm
right.
like, his
like we've never seen your MJ.
He doesn't have an MJ. And I'm just saying, I know for a fact that he will probably fight, if they do Amazing Spider-Man 3, he will probably fight tooth and nail for his MJ to be a dude.
Yeah, I would love that.
Because Andrew is a sweetheart, and I know he'll fight for it. And especially now with the whole Disney walkout and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just like, there better be some changes.
Oh. I did not want leg wraps back on this horse. Wait. I don't have leg wraps on this horse. Why? Whoa. A glitch. Alright, well, I'm going to call stream for tonight. I think we're done with stream. But I'll hang out in voice chat for a little bit. But goodbye, stream.
Goodbye, stream. Sorry that we made some people leave.
Sorry we made you uncomfortable.